Governor State University has kicked off its 2023-2024 academic year with the convocation ceremony that celebrates its students. The September 7th celebration brought students, alumni, faculty, and staff for an evening filled with Jaguar pride. Throughout the hour-long gathering, numerous professionals expressed their passion for education along with their journey at Governor State University. GSU President Dr. Cheryl Green provided a powerful message virtually for all those heading into the new academic year.
For everyone here on campus to achieve excellence, we want everyone to excel academically as employees, achieve a balance, and for everyone to find ways to make positive impacts on the communities around you. Please consider getting involved with one of the many excellent organizations focused on service, charity, and social justice. Represent our university proudly by being an engaged citizen. Register to vote, participate in community dialogues, advocate for causes you believe in. Thinking globally, but acting locally can create ripples of change. I look forward to connecting with all of you this year and wish you only the very best. Let's make this an outstanding year together. We want you to be a proud Jaguar.
Special recognitions and awards were also presented, including the DEI Grants, Excellence, and BASER Awards, which were dedicated to celebrate those who embody excellence, creativity, dedication, and integrity in their respected fields. The evening then concluded with ice cream and gifts for all those who attended the Welcome Back celebration immediately following the ceremony. This is Jason Gonzalez reporting for GSUTV. Good evening, I'm Jason Gonzalez and I'm here in Plainfield, Illinois, a southwest suburb of Chicago, who has received funds from the Illinois Environmental Protection Agency. On Friday, July 28th, Illinois EPA Director John J. Kim announced that a funding of $437,521 was granted to the village of Plainfield in Will County to replace lead service lines in the community. The funds will take place in the form of principal forgiveness, meaning that Plainfield will not have to repay the funds acquired. According to EPA officials, the majority of Plainfield's lines were identified as copper rather than lead. But there are still older homes in the village that were built prior to the 1990 that are using lead service lines or lead-containing plumbing fixtures or faucets. This funding will ultimately provide quality service lines to ensure safe drinking water for residents. Plainfield expects to use the money to replace lead service lines along Bartlett Avenue, Evans, Amboy, and Center Streets. This is Jason Gonzalez reporting for GSU-TV. An altercation on a Montgomery, Alabama river dock turned into a brawl between a group of boaters and an employee. On the evening of August 5th, the Harriet II riverboat, which carries passengers on a tour of the Alabama River, attempted to return to dock, but a private boat occupied its designated space. The Harriet's co-captain, Damian Pickett, attempted to contact the boat's owner via the riverboat's PA system for 40 to 45 minutes, but the boat owners only responded with obscene gestures, curse words, and taunting. Pickett was then brought to the dock to further converse with the individuals on the private boat, but multiple members of the private boat began to attack Pickett, followed by multiple members of the Harriet's crew joining in Pickett's defense. The situation quickly escalated with chairs and other individuals in the area being involved. By around 7:30 p.m., authorities had detained 13 individuals and brought them to police headquarters to conduct interviews, which lasted several hours. Soon after, all parties were let go, pending further investigation. Mayor Stephen Reed is calling for justice to be served for a man who he says was doing his job.
I was surprised, certainly shocked even, to see someone doing their job get attacked just by asking a person to move their vehicle. In this case, it was a boat. That's something that I think, shows a lack of respect for an individual. And I just didn't appreciate someone that's working to secure the safety of others who are on that boat being approached like that. And I think that's an issue. And I think our police department has done a great job in putting aside any emotion or what could have been and really looking at the facts.
What resulted from the brawl was the hospitalization of co-captain Damian Pickett. He sustained contusions in his ribcage along with knots on his head. Through the following days, 5 individuals were arrested and are facing assault charges in the 3rd degree as well as disorderly conduct. With the ongoing investigation, more charges are likely as police continue to review additional footage of the event to build upon witness statements. This is Jason Gonzalez reporting for GSUTV.
Do you have any place to stay tonight?
Former NFL tackle Michael Orr, whose life inspired the Oscar-nominated film The Blind Side, filed a lawsuit against the family who took him in at the age of 18, alleging they tricked him out of millions of dollars made from his life story, and saying he wants to end their conservatorship over him. Through numerous documents, Orr indicates that the Tuohys tricked him into making them his conservators, rather than his adopted parents nearly 2 decades ago. The Super Bowl champion is now seeking to have his conservatorship terminated and is asking for a full accounting of the money made off the use of his name, including the film that made over $300 million at the box office and the novel inspired by him. The Tuohys have since made their feelings known regarding the allegations through their family attorney.
These people are truly devastated. I mean, this was their son. This was somebody they treated as a son who has made public these allegations that are just ludicrous.
Multiple family members have as well come out to deny that they kept the conservatorship a secret from Orr, and have claimed that through his lawyers he had demanded a $15 million payment from them and threatened to go public with the situation. Orr's representative have responded by saying that they believe that justice will be served in a courtroom where cases are based on facts. This is Jason Gonzalez reporting for GSU TV.
I just want my son back, and I just want my son back. Get my son home. Get my son home. And pray that he comes back.
For the first time in decades, a U.S. soldier is believed to be in North Korean custody. On Tuesday, July 18th, a soldier who has been identified as Travis King toured the Joint Security Area, a border village between the two Koreas, when he willingly crossed the area's military demarcation line. Witnesses indicate the soldier was dressed in civilian clothes and was heard laughing loudly when he ran between buildings.
What I can confirm, and I would say up front that we're very early in this event, and so there's a lot that we're still trying to learn. But what we do know is that one of our service members who was on a tour willfully and without authorization crossed the military demarcation line. We believe that he is in the BRK custody. And so we're closely monitoring and investigating the situation and working to notify the soldiers next of kin and engaging to address this incident. In terms of my concerns, I'm absolutely foremost concerned about the welfare of our troop. And so we will remain focused on this, and again, this will develop in the next several days and hours, and we'll keep you posted.
Pentagon officials indicated that King had finished a 2-month sentence in a South Korean detention facility prior to the incident due to a physical altercation with a local. As well as on the day in which the incident occurred, King was sent home and was even escorted to customs. But he did not board the plane and managed to join a border tour group a couple of hours later. The soldier's detention poses a fresh diplomatic challenge for Washington's wary relationship with North Korea, and it comes at a particularly tense time due to the country's continuation of missile testing. It was not until a week later that communication was established between both sides.
The first is the primary concern for us is Private King's welfare. The conversation has commenced with the KPA through the mechanisms of the Armistice Agreement.
At this time, officials of the United Nations Command have not revealed any further details regarding the conversation, but have indicated their commitment to continue the efforts to bring soldier Travis King back home. This is Jason Gonzalez reporting for GSU TV.
Good afternoon. This is Gerome Smith reporting for GSU News. On January 10th, Governor Pritzker signed the Protect Illinois Communities Act bill into law. The bill will ban the sale of assault rifles and other military-style weapons in the state of Illinois. Illinois citizens who already possess an assault rifle will be able to retain ownership of it if they abide by Illinois gun laws. Now, 3 Illinois citizens will share their thoughts and opinions about the sale ban.
Yes, I do agree with it because I feel like these weapons are overkill when it comes to weapons and cause a lot of harm.
Yes, I do. Only because I think trained professionals should be using them. I think the military should be using them, of course. The police should be using them, and hunters as well, considering that they would be trained to use them.
Yes, I agree with Governor Pritzker. I believe that's a huge step for Illinois. Hopefully we'll lead the charge in having the states ban assault rifles throughout the United States of America. I believe that it's a good measure to do because hopefully we can reduce some of the mass shootings throughout America and especially in Illinois.
This is Gerome Smith reporting for GSU News.
On Friday, May 5th, the red carpet was rolled out at Governor State University for the student film screening that celebrated the documentaries made by Dominic Del Polo, Leah Freeney, Jalen Hughes, and Eric Mady. This event brought faculty, classmates, and family together for snacks and refreshments, but also to celebrate the students' hard work throughout the semester.
Thank you guys for coming today. I appreciate it. Welcome to the 2023 student film screening.
The first film of the night was Rocky Fresh, Fame and Fatherhood, directed by Eric Mady. It took a look at a Chicago rap artist's navigation through the music industry, as well as in fatherhood.
Man, some of my goals for 2022. Man, I'm looking forward to getting back on tour for the second half of the year. I think with COVID and also me being a dad, you figure out ways to really make money from being at home and not having to be outside as much, which is a great thing. But I really love connecting with my fans and, going to these different cities and really seeing how the music, influences people in different places. What people don't really know, I'm really big into the fatherhood thing. My daughter is the most important person in my life. I done met all of the biggest artists. I done met Jay-Z, I done met Drake, I done met Kanye. People ask me all the time who's the coolest person I met, and I feel like my daughter is the coolest person I met. So I'm really big into the fatherhood grind. I'm into all of the new toys, the new TV shows. When I get free time, I'm just watching movies with my daughter and really trying to figure out, what she's into.
So we see Rocky in the film talk about his daughter and why that's a important relationship to him. Why was that important for you to highlight that?
I think that the image of a lot of rappers is kind of tarnished a lot, especially in more recent years. And I think that showing that kind of softer side and showing that they can do both. They can be a rapper and also be a great dad. It was really important for the story.
The second film was 13 Degrees, directed by Jalen Hughes. It was a personal documentary that demonstrated his path from a high school basketball player to a man fighting for a spot in line to be the next great Chicago artist.
My musical influences, it's from different eras, different genres, so it's I'm taking all the way back, to my childhood, so it's my OG, she had an iPod, and she had explicit music, but she never showed me her music, she never played her music around me that was dirty, if it wasn't clean, she would never play it, and when she go to sleep, I just take it. I was 8 years old, listening to Jeezy, Lil Wayne, E40.
It's kind of like a stretch, but if there was a specific song that you would say kind of inspired where you've gone, what would you say it was?
Hip hop probably Chief Keef 3 is on the Bang Part 2 mixtape, and then for rock it's probably I forgot the rock song, but the band is called Lost Prophets, and that really get me going every time. I've been listening to that since I was 7 years old, and I still get the same goosebumps from it. So them the 2 songs.
The third film was Against All Odds, a Jaguar story, directed by Dominic Del Polo, which demonstrated GSU's basketball team's battle for the last seed in the playoffs. It portrayed a coach's determination to push his players to perfection when it was needed the most.
Guys, 0-0. We got to go these first 5 minutes. Finish the game. Finish the game. Win the game. Let's go. Jack, come 3, 7, 1, 6, 1, 2, 3,
Tell us about what you enjoyed most about this process.
I just felt like I was a part of the team with these guys. Just following them around a couple times in practice, coach pointed me out. So it was just like being included in, a basketball team like that is it's just so much fun, especially just following them around. And when I was at that game filming, I just felt like I was, House of Highlights or something. So it was a really fun experience.
The final film was Navigating Black Sisterhood by aspiring filmmaker Leah Freeney, which unpacked the beautiful complexities that occur when navigating the unique journey of friendship between Black women.
My friends and I, like I said, we've been friends since high school, and we've started to travel more. We've started to just experience life more, and I love that for us. I really do. And I can't wait to see what the future holds.
So where do y'all see our friend group in the next 5 to 10 years?
I see our friend group traveling more. I see us just like chilling, growing, communicating, and a whole bunch more laughs. Period. I see it's a new guy.
The future will hold more trips, loving each other where we are at, and being there for each other, and just living in the moment and enjoying those special moments with each other. And of course, just, growing and learning more about ourselves and learning more about each other as friends, and using that information just to be a better friend all around, not just to each other, but to the other friends in our lives.
Tell us why you wanted to make this film and why now.
So I wanted to make this film because I had an epiphany recently. My friends and I, we were hanging together, and we were having such a good conversation with each other, and I just looked at them like, man, like I'm so grateful to have y'all. And then I thought to my college friends and the other friends in my life, and I'm like, man, like y'all are really amazing, y'all are dope. And I think that the world needs to show more of this. I think that Black women need to see themselves in this light more. And I think that we need to have more positive depictions like that. So, I don't know, I just felt like this was the perfect time to do it. I couldn't think of anything else to make my documentary about, so that's another one. But yeah, I think it was the perfect timing.
After the screening, we caught up with 3 of the filmmakers to ask them some questions about their documentaries.
So my favorite part of making this film was just watching my family and friends be on camera. They're like honestly naturals. So seeing them interact with each other on camera and then like watching the footage back, like I was laughing so hard at every clip because they're hilarious.
My favorite part was definitely following the team around for pretty much a whole week throughout their practices and games, leading up to the important game in which I showed in my documentary.
The reason I wanted to start on this new journey that I'm on currently is just because I just wanted to portray myself in a different light. I know when athletes, when they play basketball, football, baseball, whoever, like whatever, like it's just what the athlete job is just to do their work and then go home. But I didn't want to just be that. Like I wanted to like touch people that's feeling like the same life situation, same life struggles, and just help them through my words, through my music, through my fashion sense, and just through me as a person.
This is Jason Gonzalez reporting for GSUTV.
Whatever it is you and your friends do it somewhere else.
You warning me?
I'm preparing you.
Is that a Timex?
No, it's a movie. That's the median nerve that I'm compressing. That's a level 3. You don't want it to go to a level 4.
Welcome to Hollywood Buzz, your source for the latest in the entertainment industry. I am your host, Jason Gonzalez. Today we have stories from iconic music artists all the way to new announcements of films. Let's get started. Our first story comes from Demi Lovato, who is gearing up to release her new album, Revamped, on September 15th. It will contain 10 of her biggest hit songs to date, with a rock twist. The singer says she wants to pay homage to the songs that resonated with her fans by breathing new life into them. British star Ed Sheeran has as well announced his new album, Autumn Variation. He describes the project as featuring concepts inspired by his friends and their experience with love, loss, and heartbreak. The 14-track album is set to release September 29th and is now available to pre-order on all music platforms. In other news, Lana Del Rey has some sweet news for all her fans. The pop star revealed that she'll be embarking on a US tour throughout September and October in support of her 9th studio album, Did You Know That There Is a Tunnel Under the Ocean Boulevard? The 10-day tour will begin on September 14th in Franklin, Tennessee, and will end on October 5th in Charleston, West Virginia.
Ricky, I've seen you out there swinging that stick, even when you're suffering pain. But you can't play baseball.
But all I want to do is play. When I swing that bat, I ain't crippled no more.
Now it's time to move on to the film industry, where Colin Ford and Dennis Quaid star in the film The Hill, a true story based on Ricky Hill, a son of a traveling pastor who overcame his physical obstacles to pursue his dream of playing baseball in the major leagues. The 2-hour film is now playing in all theaters.
9 seconds. That's what I'll give you to decide your fate.
Denzel Washington's character Robert McCall is going to Italy in the final installment of the Equalizer series. The action-adventure trilogy brings out McCall from retirement along with his government assassin tactics in order to protect his new friends who was under the control of local crime bosses. The rated R film Equalizer 3 will hit the big screen on September 1st.
Good day. Hey, be home by dinner.
I love you. Good morning, Mr. Fielding.
Morning, Catherine.
And here are your daughters, Angela and Catherine. It's about 7 hours ago, and that's the last information we have.
Catherine! Angela?
If you can hear this, we love you. Please come home.
Hey, you found her? What are you and Catherine doing out there in those woods?
We were just walking and walking. That's all I remember.
Angela, can you tell your dad how long you were gone?
A few hours.
Baby, you've been gone 3 days.
What'd you say?
I didn't say nothing.
Thought I heard you say something.
Hey, baby. You okay?
The first trailer for The Exorcist Believer has been released. It is the 6th installment in the Exorcist franchise and will serve as a direct sequel to the 1973 film. The rated R film will follow 2 young girls who showed signs of demonic possession, which will unleash a chain of horrible events that a single father must fight against. The 2-hour film is set to be released on October 13th. This is Jason Gonzalez reporting for GSUTV.
To his right, trying to get it to Kromaski. Uh-oh, Lionel Messi around Zimmerman. Messi!
Welcome to Sports Talk. Today we'll be covering the latest and the greatest stories from the world of sports. Let's get started. 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton remained in Formula One until at least 2025 after signing a new multi-year deal with Mercedes. This new deal will alleviate retirement fears for Hamilton's fans and will see him stay in the sport beyond his 40th birthday. The two sides hope to win many more titles together and end their 2-year drought. Juventus and Italy great goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon has announced his retirement from professional football at the age of 45. The World Cup winner enjoyed a successful 28-year career and played his last 2 seasons at his boyhood club Parma in the Serie B. After retirement, Buffon will take on a role as Italy's national team's delegation chief.
Opportunity here to tie the game. Mukhtar flicked on off the line and in!
If he's in an offside position, because there's not a second player from Miami, I think he's on. They're checking this one, but the deflection from Serge is where they're looking at this. I think he's on. I think Arroyo and Kremaski keep him on.
The tournament of the summer, the Leagues Cup, concluded with 2 of the best teams in Major League Soccer, Nashville FC and the rising Inter Miami. The night began with a spectacular goal by Lionel Messi, but shortly after, Nashville equalized with a header, sending the game to penalties. After 10 penalty kicks, Messi's Inter Miami lifted the cup and were crowned champions of the Leagues Cup for the first time in the club's history.
Hard to believe unless you're in this state right here. Memorial Stadium, packed all the way to the top row. And what a night for this program that's so beloved in this state and beyond its borders.
College athletics are back for another season filled with action and records. On August 30th, the 5-time NCAA champion Nebraska volleyball team played its first game in Memorial Stadium, which made history by having over 92,000 fans in attendance, making it the largest crowd to witness a women's sports event. The Nebraska's volleyball team delighted the crowd by never trailing during the 3-0 sweep of Omaha.
Advantage. Third down, Morris. Intercepted, wow! Travis Hunter, unbelievable! Hunter just plucks it out of the air.
Week 1 of college football brought a relentless battle between number 17 TCU and unranked Colorado. After 4 quarters, the Buffaloes came out victorious, winning 45-42. Throughout the contest, Shedeur Sanders, son of Coach Deion Sanders, carved the Horned Frogs defense for more than 500 passing yards and 4 touchdowns.
Can't wait for opening night. First and goal for the Jets. Abonaconda turning towards the pylon and in for the touchdown.
The NFL's 104th season kicked off in Canton, Ohio in the 2023 Pro Football Hall of Fame preseason game between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. The first game of football brought rookies and players fighting for a roster spot to fight for every inch on the field. The Thursday evening game finished with the Browns defeating the Jets 21-16. The NFL regular season is set to begin on September 7th. This is Jason Gonzalez reporting for GSUTV.